$125.
Call-Tyrone.
Sometimes you can find it on sale for
Call-Tyrone.
less when there's like special offers. There are, however, some differences between Westhoff Auchan and Cutco. As for the handles, these are very straightforward knife handles, whereas Cutco is the universal wedge lock handle. It's more comfortable to use, easier to grip. As for the edges, there's almost all straight edges, and actually, when you get a set like this, they recommend that you sharpen them every time that you use them. The Cutco has the double D edge that remains sharper for longer with the same sort of constant daily sharpening. As for the guarantees, these also only offer guarantees for manufacturing defects only, whereas Cutco covers everything with its forever guarantee. So most people who own Cutco will tell you it's 10 times better than any knives they've used before, and I know you haven't had the chance to use them out that much, but considering the guarantee and unique features, most people would agree that Cutco is at least twice as good as Westhoff or Auchan. When something's twice as good, offers twice the quality and twice the value, what does it normally ask for in price?
Twice as much.
I will. Let me show you what you get for that. So let me show you the most popular sets here. Homemaker plus 8 comes with those 10 tools I explained earlier, plus the 8 table knives and the oak block. Basic Homemaker set is the same thing without the table knives. The complete set here, actually it's easier to show you if I skip to this page here. The Homemaker set comes with those 10 tools I explained earlier, plus the 8 table knives and the oak block. And the basic Homemaker is the same thing without the table knives. The signature set's kind of our in-between set that incorporates 3 of the fan favorites that we found a lot of customers were getting afterwards. This includes the cheese knife. So this one's actually my mom's favorite knife. Before I got this one at a contest, I was actually taking my mom's cheese knife with me on all my demos because she wanted me to show it off to everyone.
Why does it have the holes in it?
Well, primarily for blowing bubbles because that's my favorite pastime. But it's actually so the cheese doesn't stick to the blade. It cuts through it a lot quicker and it just slides right off, which is nice.
That always happens, right, doesn't it?
Exactly. It's also good for anything like squishy or starchy though. Like it's also really good for kind of like potatoes or apples as well, which you probably wouldn't think from a cheese knife.
Is this a serrated edge then?
No, it's actually the micro DD edge. So it's a little bit, so they're not quite as separated as the other double D edges on our other knives. It's more meant specifically for cheese, or like I said, anything squishy or starchy like that. Also included in that is the Hardy Slicer. So I like to call that one the trimmer here on steroids. It's a little more heavy duty knife. If you're taking a little too long with something with the trimmer, the Hardy Slicer will do the job a lot quicker. So that's nice for anything like on the party plate, like the salami, the pepperoni, or like the big cheese blocks as well. And also included is the 5-inch Petite Santoku. That one's really nice if you only have a little bit of chopping to do. You don't have to pull out the big Petite Chef knife. You can just get your job done a lot quicker with the little 5-inch Santoku there. So that's the signature set, that kind of family set there. And here we have the complete ultimate set. This one includes some more of the specialty knives that some of the customers were asking for over the years. This one's for like the ones people who really like cooking, or they just want the best in their kitchen. Included are some more of the fun knives here, like the vegetable knife I'm a big fan of, because you can actually slide this one back and forth on a cutting board, and actually just cut with that straight edge there. So you can cut like that, use the backhand, or you can just go Benihana style on it too, so it's a lot of fun to use.
You might lose a finger.
Yeah, you gotta be careful there. And I call this one the butter knife. It's called the cleaver. It's the butter knife that cuts through anything like butter. So it does cut through anything very easily. Yeah. It doubles as a home security system again. So the butcher knife and cleaver, you can be protecting your house.
House must be very secure.
Very secure house with this set. The salmon knife's great for anyone living up here in the Northwest. We're really fresh fish up here. The salmon knife's really fantastic to cut through that fish. The petite slicer is also included, so you're not using big slicer at the dinner table. You can use the petite slicer so people can serve themselves individually and you're not poking any eyeballs out at the dinner table. The boning knife's fantastic for cutting that meat off the bone. You're also getting those specialty cuts of meat. And the 4-inch paring knife's also included there. With the 2 3/4, you kind of have to wedge your way around an apple if you're trying to cut it. With the 4-inch, you can just cut through there in one nice clean cut with it, whether it's apples or pears. It's fantastic for. Yeah, it has that little bit longer blade, so it comes out to about like here. Also included in the Ultimate set are 12 table knives as well. The really cool thing about the Ultimate and Signature sets is that you can also switch out the table knives for the steak knives. So the steak knives here, they're a little bit different design. So as you can see, they do have those silver rivets there. If you flip to the back there, you can see the comparison between the table knives and the steak knives. So the table knives, The steak knives are a little bit longer than the table knives. They also look a little bit different aesthetically. They have that much straighter blade there. They also have those rivets in there as well. But if you're considering a set of Cutco, which do you think you'd prefer? One of the homemaker sets, the signature set, or the complete set?
Well, I don't cook a ton, so I think some of those ones I wouldn't use like the big ones like that. Probably more just the basic. Cheese knife sounds pretty cool, but I don't know about the other ones. I'd probably do more just kind of a basic one, I think.
Okay. If you're going for one of the homemakers, do you think you'd want to go for the A table knives or the basic homemaker
Those
without
are
the
these
table?
ones.
Yeah, those are these ones here.
Well, mine obviously didn't do too well, but maybe yeah, I'd probably do the one. If I was gonna do one, then I'd probably like the table knife.
The table knives? Okay, cool. So the great thing is that this set doesn't cost $3,325 like the Wusthof set does. The Homemaker Plus 8 is actually only $1079. The Signature that you were kind of interested in is actually only $15.99, which includes more pieces than the Wusthof, and you get more for your buck. Now let me explain the first call special. The first call special allows me to give you free merchandise on my first visit. So actually, if you were to get the Signature or the Homemaker set today, I can include a matching kitchen tool set or the Super Shears for free with that. The kitchen tool set's great because it features a design called the Chef's Curve, which lets you get pots and pans more easily. They also have those thin thermos and handles that won't melt or burn or get hot in your hands either. There's even this lip here, so you can actually leave them on the lip of a pot or a pan without melting it or having it get too hot in your hands. But would you be more interested in the kitchen tool set or the Super Shears?
I like the shears better.
The shears better? Okay. Well, I wouldn't be doing my job today if I didn't ask you this question. Would you like to get the Signature set today and include the Super Shears for free with that?
No, I wouldn't get that one for sure. That's too much for me. I don't think I would use all those pieces.
No problem. Were you more interested in the Homemaker set then? I think you were starting with
How
that
much
one
is
there.
that one?
So the Homemaker Plus 8 set was only $1079. That includes the first 10 tools I went over.
Which ones is that?
So those are these tools here. So everything from the paring knife to the trimmer, your sandwich making machine, your petite carver for like those small roasts of chicken, your turning fork to avoid that grease hockey, as well as your heavy duty blade, your only chopper in the set, the bread knife here, the 9-inch carver for that turkey, the carving fork to hold that turkey, and 8 table knives down here. And that forms the Homemaker Plus 8 with the 8 table knives.
That has the block.
Yeah, it comes in that oak block. You can get in the tray as well if you didn't want the oak block in your kitchen.
I just don't know. Like we usually go to my mother-in-law's for Thanksgiving and stuff. So like some of them I don't think I would use. Like the carving set, we never do any carving.
Okay. No problem.
I don't.
I hope I didn't give you the impression you had to pay for it all today. If that was kind of a problem for you. What most of our customers do is use one of our no-interest investment options. So we actually have a 2-month, a 3-month, and our most popular is our 5-month plan. So actually, if you were to use that, you'd only have to pay $238 per month, which is including tax for the Homemaker Plus 8. Would that work better for you? And then you can still get that with the shears for free.
No, it's just I wouldn't use all those ones.
Okay. So with the 9-inch carver and the carving fork, you said those are probably your least used knives there?
I wouldn't.
Okay. Great. So we have some smaller sets as well. The one you might be interested in is actually the galley set. This one's one of my favorites. This is the same thing, but without the 9-inch carver and without the carving fork, without the butcher knife, which are probably the 3 least used tools in the Homemaker set. So still included is the slicer here, the bread knife, as well as the petite chopper there, the turning fork, the petite carver for those small roasts and chicken, your sandwich making machine, your everyday tool, and your paring knife there. And actually, you can get the Galley Plus 6, which comes with the 6 table knives, or you can get the basic Galley set, which is the same thing but without the table knives. If you were considering one of these sets, do you think you'd want to go for the Galley Plus 6 or the basic Galley set?
If I were doing something, I'd probably do with the table knives.
Okay. Well, the Galley Plus 6 set is only $785. If you get that today, I can actually still include the kitchen tools or the Super Shears for free with that. Is that something you'd like to get today?
How much is it?
The Galley Plus 6 set is $785.
So which ones do I get with that?
So you get the slicer, which is your bread knife there. This one right here, your chopping knife, as well as your turning fork, your petite carver, the spatula spreader, which is this red one here, the trimmer, and your paring knife down there.
And then, what about the cheese knife?
The cheese knife is actually not included in the galley set. You can get that separately if you wanted to, or actually if you wanted to replace the super shears, you can actually get the cheese knife for free with that instead of the super shears.
How much is the cheese knife and how much are the super shears?
The super shears by themselves are $99, and the cheese knife by itself is $74.
How much did you say this was?
The galley plus 6 set is $785.
What are these ones?
So these are some of the smaller, more basic sets here, for people starting out in their kitchens. So the essentials, these two actually also both come in the block. The essentials plus 5s comes with the chopper, the petite carver, the turning fork, the spatula spreader, and the paring knife. So there you're missing out on the trimmer, and also the slicer for those breads as well. The essentials plus 5s come with the 5 table knives. The basic essentials just comes with those 5. Yeah, so these are the last of our sets here. The Space Saver set's kind of cool because you can actually hang it on the wall or just prop it up in the kitchen if you're just trying to use it there. That comes with a chopper, the petite carver, your 2 paring knives, and the trimmer as well. The all knife set and the kitchenette set both come in trays there.
Those don't have blocks?
Those don't have blocks. Were you more interested in the ones with blocks or without the blocks?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
What's this set?
The gourmet set's kind of more of an add-on set, so that's more of the specialty knives, if you're interested in just complementing the knives that you already have. So that includes like your home security system as well as the more specialized chopping knives there. Yeah, those are the more sets back there, but the kitchen knives are up here. But which one of the sets were you more interested in here?
I like this one, I like that one, I like this one, I like this, I like this one. I don't know if I had these two, I don't know if I would need this one.
Which two is that?
This one,
This one and,
I don't know if I would need that.
okay.
I like those ones, I like the cheese knife, I don't know if I would use the fork. I don't know about this one. I like the shears.
Yeah, well, I mean, the galley set plus 6 set is kind of nice because it comes with those 6 table knives. But also included are these knives that you're talking about, like the chopper, the paring knife, the trimmer, the spatula spreader, the slicer, and the petite carver. I mean, you could also get the cheese knife for free with that if you wanted to get the galley set. You can choose between the shears and the cheese knife for free, but you can also add on one more with it.
How much did you say the cheese knife was?
The cheese knife was $74 by itself, the shears were $99 by itself. The sets do tend to be the better deal here if you were interested in these knives.
What if could I sub like the cheese knife for the fork?
Yeah, you could probably do that. It'd be a little bit more though for the cheese knife because it is a little more expensive than a turning fork. But also wouldn't fit in your block, which is sort of unfortunate.
So, if I did this, how much does this one again?
So the galley plus 6 set is only $785.
And so what do I get with that one? And I don't get this one?
You don't get the cheese knife, but you get the other ones you're interested in. So you get the slicer, the petite chef for all that chopping back in your kitchen, your turning fork, as well as your petite carver, your sandwich making machine, your trimmer, and your paring knife down here. And you get the 6 table knives as well to have at your dinner table when you're eating.
I'm just not sure.
Okay.
What if I don't know, my wife should probably see it too, you know, she can come home and she's spent $800 on knives.
Okay, well the other great
Got
thing
a little
is,
bit.
like I said, we have the unconditional money back guarantee. So if you can get it, and then she can use the knives as well and try them out. Because I know she hasn't got to experience them yet, but if they do come, use those 15 days to try them out. If you're not satisfied, you can still send it back to the factory, but I'm sure she'll love them as well.
it's like, just get like maybe a knife or two to like maybe get like the cheese knife and like the trimmer and like kind of show her a couple of them. That way I don't have to do all of it, and then maybe if we like it, she likes it, we can just buy more later.
You could do that, but that wouldn't be quite as good of a deal for you, because when you do get the bigger sets there, you get more free stuff with that. So if you only get like these two, you can get like the super shears for free with that. If you do get the galley set, you can get the shears for free with that, and you can also add on the cheese knife.
Alright, well, what if I don't like it, then what do I do? What if she comes home and kills me?
If she kills you, it'll be kind of hard to send it back to the factory to get your refund back. So you may have some troubles there. I mean, you do have those 15 days to send it back if she doesn't like it, but I'm sure if she gets a chance to try it, she'll love it too, just like you.
How much is it?
So the galley plus 6, $7.85.
Is there anything you can do better on the price?
Well, I mean, you can also split up
Just
over
in
the
case
2,
my wife gives me
3,
a discount or something?
or the 5 months. So actually, our 5-month plan is only $174, including tax. You only pay $174 the first month. So it's only a $174 payment. Then when you get the knives, you still have those 15 days to send them back if you don't like them. So you're not spending that whole $785 at once, but you're only putting down a $174 deposit to
Still
try
get
and get
everything
started
all
there.
at once?
You still get everything all at once, including those super shears for free.
Okay. I guess we'll do that one.
Alright, I'll write that up for you. And did you want to pay by credit, debit card, or direct payment?
Do credit card.
Okay. And did you want to throw on the cheese knife with that galley set?
I don't know. How much more is the cheese knife?
Cheese knife was 74. So on top of the 785 the galley, I can do some math here. I'm really thankful we don't have to carry the big calculators around with us. That'd be kind of a hassle. So it'd be $8.59 with the cheese knife, and you get the shears for free with
I
that.
wanted to do it on the, how many can I divide it up over?
So you divide it up over 5 months. So that divided by 5 would be 171.8. That's not including tax. With tax, that would be. Give me a second here. These calculators nowadays are hard to use.
Is this like
It's the can opener. Love that one. So that's $188 per month. So yeah, we have some more gadgets and accessories as well if you want to add those onto your order. So the can opener, that one's awesome because it's actually, check this out, it's magnetized. So you can actually, once you get all the right around the lid, it actually just swoops right off. So actually that one's pretty cool because you can pick up one of the butcher knives with the magnet there. I know I always lose my lid in my cans. That might also be user error. But yeah, that one's a lot of fun to use. It is very sharp as well. Also, all the accessories and gadgets I'll show you are also forever guaranteed.
you guys sell Rambo zombie knives?
We do sell Rambo zombie knives. Do you know anyone who hunts or fishes, or do you yourself?
Not, I did some fishing, but not any hunting or anything.
Okay. And we do have a pretty cool fishing knife. I'm excited to show you here. I'll flip through here. So there's you're already getting the table knives in your galley set there. So we also have the traditional flatware, which is pretty cool. It's probably one of my most popular items right now. The flatware is really popular because it's a timeless design, so it is very elegant. But like I showed you with the table knives, they can cut through the leather really easily. So they're very sturdy as well. The place settings come with the 2 forks here, as well as the table knife and the 2 spoons. And we're all selling that in the traditional here, as well as the traditional is the pearl or the classic handles. We're also selling the stainless steel as well. If you're going for a flatware set, do you think you prefer the stainless steel or the traditional handles there?
My wife would definitely slaughter me if I got flatware.
Alright, well, I'm not trying to get you killed today, so we can skip on past the flatware here. So we also have gift sets. These are great for any like weddings or birthdays that might be coming up in your calendar. Also,
I know, for the weddings, that's her department.
the weddings are her department. I mean, yeah, you can. I'm sure she'll love the knives too, so she can always get them for any way she's going to. These are pretty much individually priced, but put together a nice little gift box here. We have the entertainer pack actually. that one's super cool. The cheese knife's included in there. We have the pizza cutter. The pizza cutter, it's actually cool because the blade can come off the handle. So I mean, cheese gunning's one of the hardest things to clean, but when you can remove the blade, makes your job a lot easier. The vegetable peelers, really nice for vegetables. You can go back and forth with it. It's really efficient. The ice cream scoop's one of my favorites. Goes right through ice cream. It has that nice long handle too, so like brushing your hand against like the ice cream, getting gunk all over yourself. Yeah, we have servingware as well. Great for those cakes or pies. Here's one of the gift sets here. If you're still interested in the cheese knife, we have the traditional cheese knife here or the smaller style there. So it kind of just depends on the kind of cheese you're cutting there. Here's some of the gift sets, some more of the Santoku style blades here. Here's some of the specialty knives. I showed you some of these already. Also included like the Bird's Peak one. That one's really good, meant for like peeling those like mangoes or apples with. Oh yeah, so like I just told you, the pizza cutter, this one's really cool. You can move the blade there. I mean, you can see how it kind of comes out there. And yeah, these are the accessories again. So we got the vegetable peeler, ice cream scoop. We also sell kitchen accessories as well as the prep boards and the garlic press individually as well if you're interested in one of those. I mean, these cutting boards are really great because, I mean, they may not be the best looking cutting boards. They are really nice on a knife's edge with that polyprep material there. They also won't slide around on the table because they have those nice little pegs there, so it keeps them from sliding. And it has that lip as well, so the juices won't like run off on your table either. So here we have the barbecue set. My mom actually just got the barbecue set because of those long handles they have. They're really nice, so you can steal your neighbor's burgers too off their grill. But more importantly, I mean, you just won't be getting the same kind of smoke and flame in your face when you're trying to just flip some burgers on the grill. Exactly, yeah. And there's those thermoresin handles too, which won't melt or get hot in your hands or anything. So yeah, it comes with like the tongs, the spatula there, and the fork as well. Here's more like the pocket knives type thing. Do you golf yourself, or do you know anyone who golfs?
Not well.
Not well, not well. Well, I could lie and tell you this is going to improve your golf game, but it might make it easier to correct divots that you might make on the green there. Doubles as a pocket knife as well, which is pretty nice. Just gotta keep working on that. So you're setting your fishing a little bit too. The Fisherman solution is one of my favorite knives here. This one's really cool because it's kind of an all-purpose thing. So not only is the knife really great for cutting through fish, it extends and stuff as well, which is awesome. It extends, so you can actually pull the blade. You loosen this strap up, and then you pull the blade out. So it's normally 6 inches, but then you can pull it out to 9 inches. It actually comes all the way out too if you want to try and clean it, because you know fish gets really smelly over time. But you can pull the blade out, you can clean it a lot easier. It doesn't get as stinky either. And yeah, the handle also doubles as like a holder for the fish, so you can hold it as you're gutting it. Also includes a built-in line cutter as well, so when you have that blade in there, you can cut your line really easily too. Yeah, you don't have to pull your knife out to cut through the line. Is that something you'd like to add on to your order?
How much is that?
So I pulled my price listing here, I can tell you that. The Fisherman solution there is actually, it's $83. Yeah, those are some of the hunting knives we have there.
Yeah, I don't know, it's a little much to add on right now.
Okay. It's always something you can get later too. Lastly, we have the gardening tools too. Those are great because they have those really sturdy, I forget what they're called. They're very sturdy though. The bypass printer is also really sharp. My mom actually ended up getting the bypass printers and the trowel, and she put me to work the other day with the bypass printers. That actually makes your job a lot easier because they do cut through really easily there. But the great thing about the gardening tools is people end up replacing the gardening tools every few years. With these, they come with the forever guarantee, so you wouldn't have to replace them. They actually resist rusting and things as well. So they're very easy to use.
That would have to be my wife's apartment too.
Your wife's apartment?
Yeah, if I got her garden tools for a gift, she might get mad at me too. So
Alright, we can go back to that then. So yeah, did you want to get just the Galley Plus 6, or did you want it with the cheese knife there?
I think we'll just get the Galley Plus 6.
Alright, I'll write that down for you.
Okay.
Do you want me to write down your...
No.
Okay. I'd normally ask you to fill out the rest of your interview acceptance.
Okay. There you go.
Thank you. And now there's one more very important part, and here's where you can really help me out. So I actually get paid every time I show Cutco, but I can only show people I've been recommended to. So if while I'm cleaning up, you could jot down about 100 names of people who I could call.
Jot down 100 people?
No, not 100, but like 10 to 15 would be great. And yeah, these are not necessarily people who would buy, but anyone who'd just be willing to take a look. There you go, and you can use my pen here if you'd like.
Let's see here. Should give Joe a hard time. I could have him put fun of this guy.
A hard time, come on, Casey.
Let's see here. Who else? I can. Chris. There's some Christine there.
Yeah, any friends, relatives, neighbors? Cutco also recently introduced our online program, so actually I can call people who are out of state, if you have any family who live elsewhere. I can
do
actually,
that.
so we actually call them up and do an online demo, so I walk them through a website, which is pretty cool. We actually just changed it, so it's an awesome new design that we have on there.
My brother lives in Kirkland. Again, he's kind of broke though.
It's alright, I get paid just for showing it, so anyone's quite alright.
How far do you go?
I can go about out to Kirkland, that's like 35, 40-minute drive is fine, but otherwise, Olympia is fine, because I can do the online demo with them, so that would work great.
My parents in Olympia. I got like 4 of them.
Oh, fantastic. Well, actually, if you get to 10, cool thing is that you can become a sponsor of mine. What that means is that when you're a sponsor, you help me work towards getting a merchandise award, which I can show you here. And my mom was my biggest sponsor, but I have some other here. So if you can get to 10, that would be awesome. And actually, if you get me 5 yeses, I can actually include a free vegetable peeler with your order.
Yeses. What are yeses?
So that means we actually ask you to call people who I'm going to be contacting, so it's a lot easier for me to call them if they know I'll be calling them. So here with me, I have a little what to say sheet we're supposed to show people. So that's just kind of what to say, what to text. Pretty much the idea here is if you just say, oh, he's selling knives, most people aren't going to be like, oh, I want to buy some knives today. But yeah, if you just tell him, oh, he gets paid just for showing Cutco, it was like fun and easy, they'll probably be more willing to see me.
Email these people or call them?
What most people do is call or text. Do you think it'd be easier for you to call or text right now?
Texting's a lot easier for me.
Okay, well I actually have the message on my phone if you want me to just text it to you.
Okay.
If you want, then you can just copy and paste it to your friends.
Just send it to these 4 people.
Yeah, that'd be great. But yeah, any other 4 that you might be able to come up with would be great too. So like neighbors, friends, family, anything like that would work too.
Good. Good stuff. All right.